Welcome to the last Mega News Roundup for 2020. It's time to catch up on everything that's happened in the Megaverse over the last week or so that we're all caught up for 2021. Oh, I mean 2020 New Game Plus. And speaking of games, we got a couple of news to start off with from the video game department. First up, let's discuss the Capcom Retro Station from Tron, which was accidentally leaked back in November, but now it has been officially announced. Pre-orders are up, at least in Japan, and we have a webpage to look at too. So what the heck is a Retro Station? It's basically the latest mini console coming from Capcom. Previously we had the Capcom Home Arcade, which included the two Mega Man arcade games on it. Then recently we had the wireless plug-and-play set for Mega Man that came from Arcade 1UP. That one just turned out to be a pretty cheap all-in-one package that lets you play Mega Man 1 through 6 on it. And for whatever reason they changed out the controller to a more Sega Genesis-like design. I haven't tested it myself yet, but I will say at the store I work at, we've had two of these units sitting on the shelf since literally the day I was hired, and both of them are still there on the shelf to this day. I think that says a lot, don't you think? Honestly, if you already have a PC, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, or PlayStation, just play the Legacy Collection. But getting back on topic, the Retro Station is looking to be a bit more interesting than the past offerings. It's inspired by CRTVs and of course Mega Man with its design, including its own 4x3 LCD display, full-size joystick and buttons, two 10-watt super bass speakers, oh yes, all about that bass, the ability to output the display to a larger TV thanks to the HDMI port, two USB ports, which allow you to connect an additional Retro Station fight stick and PvP dongles so you can play with other people that also have the Retro Station, if you find anyone with it. You may want to though, because most importantly, it's got Mega Man games. And this is an interesting lineup to say the least. We have Mega Man The Power Battle, Mega Man 2 The Power Fighters, the two arcade games. Then we have Mega Man Soccer, Mega Man X1. Then we're thrown for a loop for the last one with Rockman and Forte. Yes, I'm talking about the Japanese Super Famicom version of Mega Man and Bass. It's not translated from what I can tell, since they are going with the Japanese logo and everything, but it's still at least way better to play than the Game Boy Advance version, so that's a nice pick. Of course, the Retro Station doesn't only have Mega Man games, it also has a collection of Street Fighter titles, although 4 of them are just different versions of Street Fighter 2. And then we got Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. Getting back to the side that we care about, it is fascinating that these Mega Man games, with the exception of X1, were not included in a Mega Man Legacy Collection so far. X1 really does feel like the odd one out here. It's pretty funny that it's just kind of there. But yeah, with the exception of the Home Arcade that came out just a little while ago, you do have both the Mega Man arcade games, Rockman and Forte, and Soccer, which are being re-released for the first time in quite a while. I wonder if Mega Man Soccer is going to be fixed up so you can actually see the true ending of the game. Yeah, that was a thing I'm pretty sure we discussed in a video in the past. Basically, Mega Man Soccer was rushed out to the point that while there is a ending and ending credits sequence already in the game, you can't really view it due to a bug. That's harsh. But that really is the only interesting thing about this Retro Station in my opinion, is the game selection. It really does spark more interest in a possible Legacy Collection 3 with the odds and ends, like Mega Man and Bass for example. But right now with this Retro Station, I don't know how I feel about playing Mega Man X and Mega Man and Bass with an arcade stick. The power battles and fighters, yeah, sure. If you are interested in picking up a Retro Station for yourself, there is going to be an official Western release, which would explain why this console mostly uses all English games aside from Rockman and Forte. But for now, if you don't want to wait for the Western release, you want to get it from Japan, it is available for pre-order on sites like Amazon Japan and the official Retro Station arcade store. It will be available in March 2021 for a whopping 21,780 yen, roughly 210 US dollars. That's quite the investment. Here's hoping a Legacy Collection 3 does happen one day so we can enjoy these titles for much cheaper on modern platforms. Next up in the video game department, we're going back to the D-Blog once again. Oh no, wait, hold on a moment. Actually, we're going to a game called Tower of Saviors, which is a puzzle-based RPG mobile game. Developer Madhead Limited recently announced that this game is having a crossover with Rockman X DiVE, which will be occurring from January 4th, which is this upcoming Monday, to January 31st, 2021. That said, this crossover event is Asian exclusive, and Tower of Saviors is not available in the West as of yet. So there's good chances most of you are hearing about this game for the very first time. So instead of boring you with all the specifics, let's take a look at some of the artwork. We're going to go on through and show you all the different characters that are going to be featured in the crossover so far. And if you are interested, the skills and all the other little details will be on screen for you to take a gander at. Let's go! We got Mega Man X, Fax, First Armor X, Sax, Second Armor X, Zero, Awaken Zero, Iris, Ultimate Armor X, and hey, the latest addition, Bit. We also got Chill Penguin, Elia, Cinnamon, Palette, Marino, and Axel, who are unfortunately still edited out right now, and of course, Rico herself. As a bonus, take a cute little Metar for the road. So once again, for those of us in the West, a lot of us won't really get to experience this crossover event as it's intended, but if you want to try it out anyways, you can always download an app like QApp to get Tower of Saviors on your phone, or BlueStacks on the PC. For me though, the artwork is more than enough for me. What do you guys think about them overall? Definitely a different style, eh? But I think the X-Armors, Awaken Zero, Elia, and Iris came out especially good. And I do chuckle to myself imagining Fax as a water type, whereas Sax gets the light attribute. For crying out loud, Fax is supposed to be the light armor. By the way, if you do enjoy Mega Man X armors, you may be happy to know that the Kotobukiya model kit, Rising Fire X Force Armor Edition, yes, Force not Fourth, is now available for pre-order at online toy retailers. Yeah, you would think this variant might have been a Kotobukiya store exclusive, but not this time. The Ami Ami exclusive bonus for 4th Armor X Rising Fire Edition comes with a Magma Dragoon acrylic stand as well. Get him while he's hot. Oh, and remember the awesome Mega Man vs. Base EXE statue from before? That is now out in the wild, and I just paid off mine actually, so I'll be getting my copy soon. Are you guys interested in a video of that statue and maybe Falcon Armor Reobot X? Let me know in the comments. I'm really excited to get my hands on those. Now it's time to delve into the land of fan games. It's been a hot minute since we checked in with JKB Games with Mega Man X Corrupted. So it's only fitting that today, as I'm recording this video, they have released footage of the X intro stage for the game. And my god, I am thoroughly impressed with everything about this. Watching this all the way through, I was just in trance. It was almost like Mega Man X9 is here, and I'm watching it right now. Obviously it's not, it's a fan game that's actually after X5. But that's just the feeling it gave me watching this for the first time. Corrupted has been in development for over 10 years, and you know what? It shows. Starting from the pure fan service that is the intro sequence with X transforming into Ultimate Armor as he's flying through the sky, all the way to the end, it is a real treat to behold. I don't want to spoil the entire thing because you gotta watch this for yourself. But I did want to point out 2 details about the intro stage that I really enjoyed. Something that you wouldn't really see in an official Mega Man X game. The first one is that you actually get to interact with a couple of the Maverick bosses early on in the game before you fight them for real. That's a nice touch, and also throughout the entire stage, you're working alongside the other Maverick Hunter units. They're firing at enemies alongside you, you're escorting them, talking to them, and all that. These characters that were otherwise just kind of in the background in the official games are now just incorporated into the experience organically, which is really awesome to see. They actually get to do something besides popping a wheelie and then getting fired down seconds later. RIP GBD. And obviously that's probably just for the intro stage, just to make things feel more cinematic, but I'm fine with that, because the intro stage does a really good job of setting the tone for the entire adventure afterwards. And still, there's no release date on this game. We have no idea when it's coming out, if it's ever coming out. But yeah, this right here, this is hype. This is the definition of hype. And I think everybody needs to check this out, so link in the description below. Check out JKB Games. Cannot stress enough how good of a job they're doing. To end things off, it's a blast of deodorant from the past. Oh yes, we're talking about The Power of Terry, an Old Spice 10th anniversary collaboration. This video, created by the Old Spice collaboration team, celebrates the 10th anniversary of the legendary Old Spice odor blocker commercial. Put together by over 50 creators, this 16-minute video features an original medley based off of the past decade of Old Spice and Terry Crews himself from the commercials. Now why the heck are we talking about something as random as this? What the heck, ShadowRock? Well, as it turns out, this video features Terry Crews going through several different video games, such as Super Mario Bros., Donkey Kong, Shantae, and funnily enough, even Mega Man is included. In this case, Terry Crews goes through Galaxy Man stage and faces off with the Robot Master himself in hilarious fashion. It's a brief Mega Man 9 reference, but really awesome all the same. This whole video is such a visual treat, from the editing to all the little references and details you can find throughout the whole thing. It really is a love letter to not only Old Spice and Terry Crews, but to video gaming in general. So I think it's worth a watch. It will be in the description below for you to check out. Best way I can describe this video is, it's a fever dream, so get ready. With that all said, that does bring us to the end of our last Mega News Roundup for 2020. Guys, let's be perfectly honest, this year sucked in many ways. But the important thing is, we're all here, we're all still surviving. Thank you to all of you who have supported the ShadowRockZX channel over this past year. You have helped make this year at least a little bit more tolerable. We are going through a lot of changes right now, obviously, with the focus more on live streaming, as I am also getting adjusted to a new job and everything. It has been very hectic, but we appreciate you guys sticking with us all the same. And as always, it is our goal to deliver even more and better Mega Man content for you all in 2021. If you want a nice way to end off the year, why not watch the Mega Man Awards over on Reploid Revo's channel? Of course, I was in it as one of the co-hosts, but there are so many other people from the Mega Man community also a part of it. It was a lot of fun, and most importantly to me, it did put a spotlight on many well-deserved content creators for Mega Man out there. So definitely give it a watch and try to have some fun with it. Links all in the description below. Thank you again for joining us for the ride. Stay tuned for all things Mega Man on ShadowRockZX. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Happy New Year, rock on, and beware of 2020 New Game Plus.